To give the user some feedback that it worked, we probably want to navigate away from this page once the request was sent. And previously, we navigated through these links, which we added to the navigation here. Now we want to trigger navigation programmatically. So once we're done with a certain task, in this case, once we're done with sending a HTTP request. Thankfully, implementing this is also simple with React Router. We can simply import something from React Router DOM, and that something is another hook, the use history hook. So React has some built-in hooks. Other third-party packages also can provide their own hooks. You can also build your own hooks, but we're not going to do that here in this course. But here we now got this use history hook, and we can call this hook here in the new meetup page component function. Now this gives us a history object, and that's simply an object which exposes certain methods to us that allow us to manipulate the browser history, to navigate away, for example. Now here, let's say we want to navigate away after the data was submitted. To achieve this, we can use the fact that fetch returns a promise, which resolves as soon as this is done, and hence we can add a then block here and define a function which will execute when the promise completed, and it's then in this function where we want to execute history and then some method that allows us to navigate away. For example, the push method to push a new page onto the stack of pages. In that case, we could then later use the back button to go back to the previous page. And since that doesn't make too much sense after submitting a form, I'll instead use the replace method. That will navigate us away, but it won't allow us to use the back button to go back to the previous page. And here I'll just want to navigate to the starting page with /nothing. So in the end, we pass to replace what we also passed to link to the to prop. Here we set up the destination, the target destination of a link. With the replace and push methods on history, we also pass the target path as an argument now. Now, instead of then, we could also use async await here, by the way, if you wanted to. Now, with that, we're navigating away once the request succeeded, and therefore, let's now give this a try. Let's save this and enter some new data. I'll repeat using that image here, that dummy image URL, some other address, and some other description here. And then I'll click on Add Meetup, and you see that I'm now navigated away. And going back won't get me back to that forum. And on Firebase, we of course now also have that second meetup added here. And that's how we can navigate programmatically and leave that Add New Meetup page once we're done. Now let's make sure that the meetups we show on the All Meetups page are actually the meetups stored on Firebase, because at the moment that's not happening.